Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take.
Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Ashley, and I am a single mom who works full-time and is trying to get her shit together. So today I am gonna walk you through the process of my zero-based budgeting. I have seen this over YouTube. I'll link some of the channels that I have watched in the past to help me get kind of started with this whole process, and we'll go from there. But I wanted to share this journey with you. I'm kind of starting late. This is going to be for Paycheck, second paycheck for October. A little bit behind, but that's okay. But I want to share you guys, you know, my process and what I'm going to do. There's a few things that I'm going to share as I go of the process of how I'm going to spend certain money things like grocery shopping, going out and about with my family and things like that. Now, because of the pandemic, we're not doing much, so we're just kind of doing little things here and there and there. But what I'm going to do is get you started with the first process of this and show you, you know, my full breakdown of how I want to budget and save money. Now, I not necessarily don't have any debt. My only really debt is my car note. I just got a new car the other day for my 32nd birthday, and I want to kind of just make sure I get that paid down as soon as I can, but also just to really save money. I feel like I've always been the type of person to swipe my card for anything and everything, and that shouldn't be the case. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is the template I'm using. We are actually not in November, so don't mind this. I didn't put it in the right tab for October, but I will after the end of this video. So this is my budget form that I'm going to be using, and I got this budget form from the Budget Mom. I will link this down below. She actually has a really amazing book. She gives you multiple of these and a whole bunch of other little things to help you track your expenses and just pretty much put everything on paper so you can know exactly what you're doing. I downloaded the downloaded version of this so that way I can print multiple copies just in case I mess up. But she also just has a book, and I'll leave that down below in the description bar for you as well so that you can see, kind of figure out what works best for you. Now, this is also a binder from Happy Planner. As you can see, Happy Planner. I left this part on there. And I like Happy Planner because you can actually customize this to your liking. You can rip things out, you can put things in. They have so many great different binders. You can even create your own little version of your binder and laminate it and use these rings. So it's really, really cool, and especially for someone who buys binders and planners all the time. This is so efficient for me. That way I can use one book for everything, or I can make it into, yeah, pretty much everything. I can add things, I can take things away, I can put so many things into this to customize for my life, and I love this. So I'll probably make a video on how I've been using this and how I've made it kind of my own, but for now, let's get into October's paycheck. So for this paycheck, it is actually October 22nd's paycheck. And so I'm gonna go ahead and write October 22nd right here so I know what payday it is. Okay. So we have October 22nd, and for this paycheck I did get, there's a few different things that I'm adding on here for my income. Add my regular paycheck. So let me go ahead and put paycheck, oops, number 2. And that was a total of $1,300. And then I also have a child tax credit, and I only have one child, so I got $250. And then I had a bonus. I think I spelled bonus wrong, but it's right. And that was $140. We're gonna go ahead and total that up here. Good old Face ID. Okay, so So for this paycheck, we have 1,300 plus 250 plus 140. So that gave me a total of 1,690. 1,690. Perfect. So now let's go ahead and move down to the bills category. Now, as I said in the beginning, I don't have a lot of debt. Thank God. My main debt is my car note. So I'm gonna put that on here. I just got a new car and my payment is a little bit high because of my interest rate. And I don't also have really any credit either. I have pretty much my car note, my insurance, no, car note, not insurance, my car note, my phone bill, and I have 2 credit cards with small balances. So I'm pretty much starting off with this with really not to pay debt. It's mainly to save money in all the categories and aspects of my life. So getting our shit together. Stop happy swiping, start happy saving, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna go ahead and put down my car note. And for my car note, I actually split that between the 2 paychecks. So for this, it is due on the 7th. However, I am not going to put the date on here because I know that on my next pay date for my new car is actually in December. It's December 7th. It's due on the 7th of every month. And so I take the paycheck from the month, the 2 paychecks from the month before, and I pay down my, I go ahead and pay it that way. And to me, I feel like I save more money doing it that way. That way I don't have to take it all from one paycheck. My whole goal is to get a whole month ahead on all my bills. Since my car note is new, I do have $320 pushed aside, that's what, if you could do the math, you'll really find out exactly how much my car note is. But I have 320 already, so I'm already halfway there to go ahead and put money to get ahead for a month. So we're starting off good. So for my car note, the half of the payment, I'm going to put half, and that's 320, and that's never going to change. That's going to be a fixed amount. And so anything that's fixed, of course, it will stay here. But if it does change, like utilities, certain things like that, it kind of can fluctuate. But for my car note, of course, it stays the same unless I do actually want to put more, then I will put it on this side. So the next thing is insurance. My car insurance is going to be $120, and that is due on the 12th. So for my car note is, 120, and that never changes as well. My next bill for this paycheck is going to be my the electricity. Now here in Texas, where we are, Texas is mainly electricity more than gas. You will find some places that do have gas, but here for my house, it's all electric. And so our electricity can get a little high. I'm not originally from California, and sometimes that gets a little tricky sometimes. Sometimes with gas and electricity in California, it was so expensive. But for electricity for this paycheck, it is going to be on the 22nd, which is due today, and that is going to be 180 for this month. Let me go ahead, and it was 180 for electricity. And then on this paycheck as well, I have a storage unit, and that is due on the 1st of each month, and then it's in a total of $89, and that never changes either. And so I also, on this check, I will be I will be paying my USA a credit card. Now I'm doing something with this card. It's actually helping my credit. So what I've been doing is taking my subscriptions, my Netflix, Hulu, whatever you have, and I'm taking that and putting it on my credit card. And then my credit card is actually due on the 7th. And then I'm actually going to put it here of my subscription so that you kind of get a idea, and I'll list those out there of how much it costs, and that way it can go on the credit card. So at right now it is $197 of what I owe, and it is $197. That kind of course fluctuates. And then I'm gonna put my groceries for the next 2 weeks. Now I don't live alone. However, this is just what I pay. Everything else is paid by someone else. So for groceries, I allot $200, and that of course always stays the same because there is a total of 4 people in this household. But for what I pay, this is what I pretty much pay, and that's what I provide for groceries. We all pitch in for groceries, but for now, I'm doing $200. Prices have gone up, and it's been a little crazy. So that is it for the bill category for this paycheck. So I'm gonna go ahead and total all this up. All right, Face ID doesn't want to work this time. So we have $320 plus $120 plus $180 plus $89 plus $197 plus $200. That's going to be a total of $1,106. So we're going to subtract 1,106 from 1,690. My total income. 1,690 minus 1,106 is a total of $584. So we're going to take that $584 and we're put it here, and we're going to put it here. Now this is for my envelopes. Now I have a few envelopes that will change after the beginning of the year, but for now this is my envelope process. So for my envelopes, one of the main things is going to be gas. Let me just scoot that up here. So we have gas, and for gas, I'm gonna allot probably $25. I do work from home. I really don't go nowhere. My son's schools are right around the corner, so I don't really spend a lot of gas on going anywhere. Usually it's on the weekends, but because of the pandemic, we're really not going anywhere. So my son Taj, I allot him $25. He will get anything between 25 to 50, but for this paycheck, he's going to get $25 of his money, and that's usually chore money. And then I have beauty. I really love makeup. I've been obsessed. If you see any of my other videos on my channel, you'll see that I'm obsessed. So beauty, I'm only gonna allot $5 because I did get some new stuff recently, and right now I'm good. So for spending money, that's just for anything. I like to go into Target, and sometimes I pick up stuff that I really know I don't need, but you know how it is. So for spending, I'm gonna allot $50 for this paycheck, and sometimes I don't spend that. Sometimes I really don't go anywhere, so a lot of times that will definitely roll over. Actually, a lot of these things will roll over, probably other than groceries. I realize I just spelled groceries wrong, but you get the idea. And I'll tell you towards the end on how I would spend anything that really rolls over and where it will go. Now I have a new car, so we need to do car maintenance. Now with the new car, I get free oil changes, tire rotation for at least 2 years. So I really don't need to put anything into that right now. I'll probably start at the beginning of the year, adding money into this envelope. The next thing is my boyfriend. He's so amazing. he got me these beautiful flowers for my birthday. And I'm gonna allot him 25. And it's not necessary for him, it's just when we are together and I want to spend some type of money, he's always swiping his card for me. But if there's something that I need or want while I'm with him, of course, that will be that envelope, and that will roll over every single month. And then clothes. I need clothes. And my son. Now that fall and winter is pretty much here, there's a few things that I need to get. Not a whole lot, but I know we're pretty much good. But he needs like hats and gloves and stuff. So by next paycheck, there will definitely be a lot more that I'll be adding to that envelope so that we can go ahead and take care of that. So household. And I usually allot anywhere between 70 to 100, but for this check we're going to do 70 for now. Medical, that's usually just for office visits, co-pays, and prescriptions. Really, my son and I have not been sick, thank God, and I am praying for anyone who's gone through this pandemic and they've gotten sick or have lost their loved ones. My thoughts and prayers are with you. I know it's been hard dealing with that, and I'm so sorry for anyone who has gone through that and lost loved ones, or their loved ones are still sick or in the hospital. My prayers go out to you. The next one would be fun. And for fun, we're gonna allot $20. So that's what we're gonna do right now for our envelopes. I do have other things in envelopes that I do need to stuff, but those are gonna be on the back burner for now until things kind of change a little bit. More than likely at the beginning of the year, those things will roll into the budget planner. But for now, this is what we're doing. Christmas is around the corner, so that's like a whole other thing. So we got some things to work on. So let me go ahead and total up my envelopes. So I have 25, 25, 5, 50, 25, 30, 70, 20, and 20. So it's a total of $252, and I'm going to put that right here. 252, and we're going to subtract 252 from 584. So 584 minus 252, that leaves us with a rollover of 332. 332. Okay. So then we're going to come over here to my sinking funds. Now, as I said, I really don't have that much of a debt or anything like that, but I do need to save a lot more for things that I want and need. So for my sinking funds, we're going to start with my son's college fund. And I'm going to go ahead and put Taj and his college fund. And so for college fund, we are allotting $100 a paycheck as of right now. At the beginning of the year, this will increase per paycheck, but for right now, we are doing 100. Oh, and let me take 332, and we're gonna roll that up at the top there. And so I am planning on starting a business. I'm obsessed with jewelry. That is another thing, and I'm thinking that's where I'm going, but stay tuned for that. Stay tuned. So let me go ahead and put business. Oops. And for this check, we're going to allot $30. Now, holidays, of course, is around the corner. Thanksgiving is knocking on our door. But for right now, I just only need to put 20 in. My family kind of does potluck style for Thanksgiving. So we each will have a certain dish to make and then come on over. So I'll probably, by next paycheck and the following paychecks, I do get paid twice before Thanksgiving. That amount, of course, will increase so that I can make sure I have enough money for my portion. Next is vacation. And for vacation, we're not going anywhere right now. So for right now, that envelope's not going to be stuffed. Now I want to buy a new home. So for home, we're not going to put anything in there right now. That's something that will get stuffed towards the beginning of the year. And it's always a good thing to have some type of emergency fund. Nowadays, we just never know what's going to happen, especially in this pandemic, and things are just a little weird in the world. So I am starting to save for an emergency fund. As time goes on, $20 will get bumped up to a lot more. So, but for now, $20 is in there. I also have back to school. And back to school will include a lot of things. That will be clothes, shoes, hats, backpacks, school supplies, whatever he needs for school, that is what he will have. That won't be stuffed until the beginning of the year as well. Every time I do back to school shopping, I tend to get a lot of supplies, so that way it can roll over into the next year. So he usually gets a new backpack and a new lunch pail every year, and then he will also get, of course, around a massive amount of clothes and shoes, because he is a growing boy and he is going to be tall AF. Okay, my son's gonna be tall. He's gonna be at least probably like 6'4". So I'm screwed in that department. But yeah, so that's what back to school will be. Now Christmas is around the corner, which is one of my favorite holidays. And for this check, it's going to get $100. And then both my son and I both wear glasses. And as of right now, we both don't need anything. I'm wanting to get LASIK, and so I do have an envelope for that I'm going to be doing soon. But unfortunately, we're not going to stuff any of that right now. And then the last one that we have for this paycheck is a bumper. I want to make sure that whatever I do, if what's ever left, if I end up swiping my card or miscalculated or something does come out of my bank account, I have a bumper for it. And so the remainder of this will be the bumper and leftover, and that will stay in my bank account. So let's go ahead and total up this amount. So we left off here. My camera died, and well, it's several hours later, but we're just gonna keep going with the flow. So I finished off with my bumper. I am gonna leave a bumper in there just in case I need to swipe my card for anything. So that bumper is $33. So the total here is $290. And then that bumper, of course, is $33, and that's gonna, of course, stay in the bank. Now, as I was telling you earlier, this credit card, the USAA credit card, is what I use to put on my subscriptions. And so for my subscriptions, those are my Netflix, Hulu, Apple, Canva, HBO, and Disney Plus. And so just to kind of fit it all on here, I kind of group some of them together. So we're gonna do Netflix. Let me move that over here. Netflix and Hulu. And both of those together total out $43.25. And that, of course, stays the same. These do not fluctuate whatsoever. And then I have my Apple Cloud and Canva, and both of those total out to $15.27. And if you guys have never used Canva before, you should, especially for like thumbnails. My son uses Canva to create some of his projects, which are really cool. So it's very universal. It's like $12 and some change, and it works great. I've been using it for, I think, 3-4 years now, and never have any problems. And they're always doing new things to help grow Canva with new techniques and everything. So definitely give it a try. So I also have HBO, and that is $16.23. And then I also have Disney Plus, because I am a millennial and I love Disney movies. So it's $8.63 in total. So all of these have totaled out to What is it? $83.38. And so that is my bills. So I name these pretty much, each category has a name. I know it's a sinking fund, this one says bill, and this one says envelopes, but I look at it as what is priority and what is not priority. I'm sorry. So for the bills, I actually named this my 4 walls. And for my 4 walls, that's important. That's, your rent, mortgage, electricity, what you pretty much need to have a household to sustain it. That's 4 walls, period. And so that is, of course, top priority for everything. Then it goes to my envelopes. These are things to help me get through my everyday life. So gas, groceries. Well, groceries I put under 4 walls because you gotta eat, right? Some people, they put them down in their envelopes, and that's totally fine. But I just added to my 4 walls. But in envelopes, it can be your groceries, gas, your kids, what you need for your household, your toiletries, things like that, your car, your maintenance, things like that. That all goes into an envelope. But you, of course, can create those and figure out what would be best for you. As I was telling you guys earlier, I will be adding some things to my my envelopes. And what I call my envelopes is stuff that I will definitely have on hands. So I named that on hand. And I have these, it's in a wallet. Some of these may go into my envelopes. Not my envelopes. Some of these will go into like an envelope that I'll have, not an envelope, sorry. Some of these will go into a binder, which actually have one right here. Some of these will go into a binder, and this is one of them. I've already labeled these and created what I'm going to be using these for. But they'll go into this binder and into a safe. Some people do have safes. Some people put them in a drawer. Just make sure that, you do put them in a safe spot especially when you know that people are going to come over, because you don't want nobody to be stealing your shit. So, so on hand has some of my other. They are second priority in my opinion, but of course you can have them however you like that it's going to stay in your life. I know a lot of people get frustrated and upset because some people do things differently, and I'm like, you can't do that because that's not based off of, that's based off of them and not for you. So you have to create your own thing. And then for my sinking funds, it can be snowball. Some people call it their safe haven, whatever you want to call it. For me, it's technically like just really a sinking fund, just things that are important that really don't have a set date of expiration like your main bills do. So like my son's college fund, my business, vacation, Christmas, emergency things, those usually it's like a yearly thing and not necessarily an everyday or monthly thing. So that's usually, and some of these are actually going to be accounts. And so I think in another video, what I'll do is I'll talk to you guys about the different accounts that I have and how to set those up. But some of these are going to be in Capital One savings accounts. They do have really good CDs and a good percentage for those. So I'll talk about that in another video. But my son's college fund, my business, the emergency fund, Christmas, and there was another one. Oh, and new home. Sorry. All will have savings accounts. Everything else will be in an envelope, and I'll just hold on to that until if it gets to a certain dollar amount, then I will maybe create an account. But other than that, I'll probably just keep that on hand for now. And then the extra debt, I'm going to label this one here. It is going to be the USAA credit card for subscriptions. And then this will eventually have my extra savings, which is going to be additions to my envelopes. And this is going to be my wants. And for the wants, there is a luxury bag that I'm really eyeing that I would love to have. So I'm gonna put Lux and then bag. I do want to get LASIK. I'm actually sick and tired of wearing glasses and contacts, and I'm over it. And then because I'm a mom, and you know, people's bodies go a little different, so I want a mommy makeover, and I feel like it's okay. Everybody can have a mommy makeover. Do what you want with your body, as you please. So I'm gonna put my mommy makeover. And then I like spas, facials, massages. I like that stuff. And so these probably won't get a lot to put into them, maybe a few dollars here and there. But hey, as long as you're saving something for your wants and your needs, that's great. That's a great thing to do. So as of right now, these won't be stuffed for this month. These won't start getting stuffed until the beginning of the year, because Christmas is around the corner, and you know, kids are expensive. So, and you got family. So, that is for now. So now we're gonna go ahead and jump over to the breakdown. Okay, so now we're gonna go on to our cash breakdown, our denominations of how much money we need to pull out and how much money needs to go into each category based on, you know, the type of dollar bills. So we are gonna start with my, actually, by the time you actually see this video, I've already gone grocery shopping, so I won't be taking out that 200. So that won't be put over here. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and write out all the categories and all the dollar amounts, and then I'll kind of speed through that process, and then I'll show you the breakdown. We're gonna go ahead and start with gas. So gas is gonna get a 20 and a 5. And Taj is also gonna get a $20 bill and a $5 bill. Beauty can go ahead and get 5 ones. Oops, I'm sorry, that needs to be 5 ones. Spending is going to get a 50. And Babe is going to get a 20 and a 5. Clothes is going to get a 20 and a 10. Then household. So household is going to get 3 20s and a $10 bill. And then medical is going to get a 20 as well. Fun will get a 20 as well. Taj's college fund is going to get a $100 bill. Business is going to get just a 20. Emergency is going to get 2 10s. Oops. I don't know why I keep wanting to write one. 2 10s. Christmas is going to get a $100 bill. And glasses and contacts is going to get a $20 bill. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and count. So we're gonna count up how many we have for each and the value of each. So we have $200 bills. So we need 2. And how many 50s? We have 150. And how many 20s? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's double count just to be sure. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. See, that's why we always double count. So 3rd time's a charm. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we actually have 11 20s. And now for 5s. So we have 1, 2, 3 5s. And for 10s, so we do have 2 down here. So 2, 3, 4 10s and 5 1s. So now we're going to add up the total for each denomination. And so we have $200 bills, so that's going to be 200. And then 50s, so we have 150. And 20s, now we have 11. So 20 times 11 is 220. Had to be sure. 220. And now we have 3 5s, so that's 5, 10, 15. And then for our 10, so we have 4, right? So 10, 20, 30, 40. And then we have 5 1s. So now we need to add up the total value to equal our total over here.
Yeah, I just wanna feel you, feel you. I want you around, around. I want you around, around. I want you
$560, and this value here matches this total here. So we are all good to go. So next I will head to the bank and pull out that money, and we will have another video to cash stuff. So I'm super excited about that. I cannot wait to get started on this cash stuffing journey. It is definitely time consuming. Definitely take your time. Do not rush. And always try to pre-plan what you need. Go through your refrigerator, especially if you're going grocery shopping. Go through your refrigerator, figure out what you need. I do have a vlog for that will be up right after this video of me grocery shopping and how I take the $200 budget that I am allotting for 2 weeks. We'll be having a grocery haul video, and that will go, I need to hole punch this so I can fit in here, but I'll do that after this video. But in that vlog, it will show you guys exactly how I am allotting, that $200. And since, inflation has been happening all around the world and cost of groceries have gone up tremendously, I needed to figure out a better way to budget my money. And so what I've been doing is putting everything on the app and then adding everything to the cart. And then when I get to the store, it is a few cents, anywhere between 20 to 50 cents cheaper in store. And that's because of the curbside fees that's included into everything. So it actually helps me to save a little bit of money. So I'll show you guys that in that next video there as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed my video. I hope you guys are gonna follow along and embark on this zero-based budgeting system that everybody is doing. I will link all the channels that I've been following that have helped me along this way, and hopefully it will help you guys. Thumbs up at this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.
love is a one in a million. It goes on and on and on.